Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day.
Hey, Mental Wealth fam. So I am so excited to be coming back so soon to y'all. Yeah, I know y'all was like, girl, I'm not even paying her no attention because she ain't gonna upload again. But girl, what I said, I was coming out of quarantine more disciplined, and here I am back with another video to talk about disciplining and defeating your own self because sometimes you can be your own biggest enemy. And I know for my case, that is the case. Like, I am the number one problem, and my problems within are the reason that hold me back from, just being a great 24-year-old. You know what I'm saying? I'm a pretty good one. You know what I'm saying? But I know that for my age and this for, just for all the smarts I got, I could do better. And you know that I have to recognize those. And I always feel like that's the first steps to anything is to recognizing the problems that you have. And even in AA, girl, and even in rehab, girl, the first thing they tell you is to admit to having the problem. And I just think that is like the most self-aware thing you can do. I always talk about self-awareness is like the biggest thing is that you have to know that the problems that you create, not only for other people, but the problems that you create for yourself, and that problems that hold you back from being a greater you. And I know that my top three are discipline, procrastination, and discipline, procrastination, and consistency, and just saying to staying to something. Commitment's another one. Like, not just, I wouldn't say that in like relationships and being able to commit to friends and like a significant other and family, but I would say committing to things whether they regard me being kind of due diligent about the work that I'm doing. I can go to work, but sometimes into projects and my channel, it's kind of hard for me to keep up what I said I'm going to do. Like, I always have myself up, and then my laziness starts to kind of like set in, and then I kind of talk myself out of it, and to the point of I don't care that I talk myself out of it. But I notice as I get older that doing things halfway is bothering me, and it's something that I notice within myself, and something that I know that I want to do better. I know it's what's holding me back from creating more success for myself. So I always like to realize that, because I'm human. We're not perfect, and I know that I wasn't brought up in the most, like, I guess, like, most conventional way, of a sense of like stability, in a sense of kind of like, why don't you have it together? And to explain that is to say, well, you spend all your childhood doing this, preparing for this, with having a routine and getting your good grades. And so, committing to something shouldn't be that hard. But I feel like younger was more about survival than success. So now here I am, later, 24, just trying to figure out what success is and what that means for me and what it means for me to grow up and to do. And even though, I'm kind of like, I don't want to say I'm old because I'm not old, obviously, but now that I'm like not 18, like some stuff is like unacceptable, of like not being able to commit. But it's just kind of like, we not perfect, and I know my problems. So I just think that I want to take the time to address them. And procrastination is a big monster for me. It's like my life. Like, I procrastinate, do things last minute, and I have seen over the years how that's hindered me and stopping me from doing things that I wanted to do. So at this point, I'm just at a point in my life where it's like a turning point, a pivotal point of like, we need to make things change, make changes, honestly, just for the better, and because we just want so much more out of life. And I think we need to start by sticking to something. And I said, what is something that I really want to stick to? Stick to the most, something I want to really give my all. And I really felt like that was my channel. So I told myself, well, let's try to record every other day and take it from there, because that's something I know that I can do. And since I don't have nothing but time, I figured I can give my time into my thoughts and things I really want to talk about, because this is something that touches my heart. Because like I said in my last video, someone kind of blew this up in my face and kind of pointed out my weaknesses a little bit. So, I'm kind of a little sensitive, a little hurt about it. So I'm just at a point, like I said, it's pivotal. Like, I just need to change it, turn it around, and run it into the way I want to. And I'm the only person who is stopping me. Some people have like problems with other people and there's other things that's affecting them. But I know in my case, I am my biggest enemy. And if you are someone out there and you're dealing with this, just know that you need to first accept it, know your problems, be self aware, make a plan, and set goals for yourself. You make a plan. After you do that, you'll have something to follow. Then you can create a routine. After your routine, I feel like comes goals. And goals don't have to be this like $1 million plan. And it's not always about financial stability. Sometimes it's like mental stability. And then it's like relationships. Like if you're having inner problems with yourself that affect your relationships to a extent of just like the point now, it's like no return of something's like, you want to fix that. And that's really what I'm looking to do for myself. I'm just looking to fix myself, like in a more of a responsible way, in a financial way. Like not just saying that, oh, me getting myself financially secure is all I care about. No, but I feel like in a lot of more ways I am mature, and I kind of feel like I'm set in a lot of other ways. But consistency, which is going to help me not only just in, like I mentioned before, in like investing in myself. But if I was to get a career job, it's just like I would have to still be consistent and be determined about things. And I don't want to like get to the point where I'm like 30 and I'm still like fumbling in and out of things and getting a new job here and a new one there and just not really having enough care to stay consistent to something is what I fear the most. So, I'm just taking my time and doing my due diligence to do better with that. So I figured my first goal would be my channel and just to upload more, kind of just give feedbacks on what I try to do. Like I said, I recognize my problems first. I set a plan. I set goals for myself. And a plan could also be a vision board. A plan could be a business plan. A plan could be like a 6 month plan. A plan could be a 3 week plan, like kind of like what steps you want to take into being greater. And even if you have um bigger problems than what can be fixed with a little determination, and I just think consistency. If you have bigger problems than that where you feel like you need help, never feel too prideful or too big for help. Help is what gets people through. And I know that me finding myself in a sense of how I'm going to uplift myself is not a one-man journey. It's like a lot of people take it with me, and I do have a lot of support. So if you are ever in the same position, just know that this doesn't mean this isn't the end. I talk to so many people who are my age or older, and they just talk about how they don't feel successful, or how they feel like a failure because, they've spent their whole life surviving and they didn't know when it was kind of like time to start like succeeding. And it's never too late. Some people don't find out who they are and what they want to do till they're older, but you have to know that the problems that you have within yourself, and like I've said in past videos, you cannot always blame your childhood for all your problems when you get older, and your financial and your mental problems. You're not going to always be able to blame your childhood, because people are going to be like, okay, well, you're 48, 30 years has passed. What's up? So it's just kind of like, do your due diligence. And I want to just do it now before I'm 30 and I'm still this hot mess that I'm at. I am at 24, and I do think I have the right to be the hot mess I am at 24. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about upgrading yourself. All about upgrading yourself and just wanting more. And that's what I just try to do. And I just try to spread this word, because I know I'm not the only one feeling like this, because like I said, I've talked to other people and said like they've been even a little older, and feeling like I just don't know what to do. And it's just kind of like step by step, you have to recognize where your problems is. Okay, like what I'm about to do about that, because this is what's holding me from being a greater me. So, yes, that's basically what I wanted to talk about, because I just feel like that's important, especially at this age group. I think anyone from 20 to 20, about 28, or maybe even 27, maybe even 30, this whole age group, the 20s are hard years, because you're figuring out who you are, what you want to do, and what's your niche. No, is it niche or is it niche? It's niche, right? It's like your niche in the world. Ooh, okay. So I'm gonna just post it here. I'm gonna put the definition here. I think it's niche though in the world, and you just want to figure out what you want to do, and it's hard. It's hard, especially when you're going through a lot of things, and if on top of that you're stacking childhood trauma and just stuff that you've been holding back on top of that, and then you got to figure out your life. It's not easy, and for the people who are making it through it, are very strong. So I think we just have to support each other, and just check on the loved ones, especially the loved ones at this age. We're not okay. We're not okay, but we're gonna get there, and until next time, I feel like the next thing I want to talk about is just like noticing, don't wait for it, toxicity. I got that one right. Toxicity in relationships, whether it's a relationship that's just friendship, or if it's a relationship that's like deep and it's like sexual and it's stuff like that. Like, I just think for your spirit wise, you should know when this is toxic behavior, or this is manipulation, or this is something you're trying to, it's just not being true. It's not the person not being themselves, or just trying to manipulate you into something. And sometimes it's hard to see the signs when they're feeding you a lot of love. So I just want to talk about that, because I'm going to give everybody a little bit of tea on being able to notice it, and being able to know when it's time to check on that self worth, and know when it's like, oh, sis, or oh, bro, I can do way better than this. Not even in a sense of you're better than somebody, but just I just deserve more as far as what someone wants to give to me or bring to the table. So I think I'm gonna tune in. I think you should tune in to that one. I'm gonna like that one. I don't know about y'all. I'm gonna love that one, but it's just a few tips on defeating yourself, and what are the first steps to take, and just know that you're not alone feeling like this. Like, I feel like this all the time, and I just get through day by day, and I just talk to my loved ones, and I confide in them about certain things, and I just push forward, like, because I know that even though I've dealt with hardships, and everything that I've been through, is gonna be okay. I'm gonna get past this, and you know, and that's life. And I gotta be grateful. Like, I'm always gonna say, I gotta be grateful for the card that I was dealt, because things could be a lot worse. And if you are your biggest enemy, watch this one more time, just so you can get all those tips in. Okay. Until next time.